up next, we're going to introduce a speaker from an organization, Nudutdol, a diasporic Korean organization. Imperialism and for Korea's reunification and national liberation.
What's up, y'all? My name is Inchel, and I'm a member of Nudutdol, an organization of anti-imperialist diaspora Koreans and comrades. Where's the feedback on this? Got it. All right, rock and roll. Yesterday, we witnessed the liberal establishment predictably lose the presidential election because they insisted on fuck yeah. All right. Man, I hate all U.S. presidents. How about you? They fucking lost. They're fucking losers because we knew that they were gonna fucking lose. They made their bed with the fucking genocide. We told them to get the fuck out of that bed, and they did it. So, amidst the farce that is the U.S. elections, as exit polls are being broadcast across every network last night, the bombing of Gaza continued, funded and orchestrated by the American ruling class. Shit! Today we are looking at another 4 years of that bastard's presidency. What does that mean for us as anti-imperialist organizers living in the heart of empire? What does that mean for Korea? I gotta speak on it because, my ancestors brought me here to this point to say this. So, over the past 4 years, the point is, I hate all U.S. presidents. I'm going to say it in every paragraph. Okay. So, over the past 4 years, the Biden administration has pursued significant escalations of military aggression across the Asia-Pacific region as part of its new Cold War on China, which we know this motherfucker is going to continue and escalate. And what I know is that Korea is the front line of that new Cold War. Hand in hand with the far-right Yoon Suk-yeol administration, which came into power in 2022, the U.S. and South Korean governments have been coordinating war drills on an unprecedented scale, restarting and expanding live military exercises and even rehearsing plans for the use of nuclear weapons on the peninsula. I hate all U.S. presidents. Brazen aggression and contempt for diplomacy has reversed decades of efforts by North Korea in pursuit of peaceful relations with both this shithole and South Korea. For the first time in over half a century, North Korea just this year moved away from peaceful reunification as its official policy, marking a monumental shift in inter-Korean relations. Tensions on the peninsula are higher than ever, and when it comes to the threat of another devastating imperialist war waged on our homeland. I hate all U.S. presidents. The alarming trajectory did not start with Biden. The preceding Trump administration abandoned diplomacy as quickly as it had started and played a major role in the rapid deterioration of relations. Trump threatened to destroy Korea with fire and fury and imposed the harshest sanctions against our siblings in North Korea that they've never ever faced before. It was also the Trump administration that imposed travel bans against North Korea, barring all U.S. passport holders from traveling there, and signed into law as part of a series of sweeping Muslim bans. Our fates are tied. I hate all U.S. presidents. Who's with me? In the face of the heightened crisis in our homeland and beyond, we recognize that it is our duty to continue mounting our oppositions to the U.S. imperialism and our position in the belly of the beast. To this end, we launched the U.S. Out of Korea campaign this past summer, rooted in 4 demands, and let's shout them together. U.S. out of Korea!
U.S.
We demand the full and permanent withdrawal of U.S. troops and weapon systems from Korea, followed by the return of all Korean land, water, and airspace to the Korean people. Demand number 2, end the U.S.-South Korean alliance.
End the U.S.-South Korea alliance.
We demand an end to all U.S.-South Korea alliances, including the JACUS Trilateral Security Cooperation, which is forming an Asian NATO to encircle China and the DPRK. We also demand an end to joint command structures, the Combined Forces Command and the UN Command. Okay, demand number 3, end all aggression against North Korea.
End all aggression against North Korea.
We demand an end to all U.S. military exercises in Korea and that all sanctions against North Korea be lifted. And finally, end the war economy.
End the war economy.
We demand the U.S. government divert spending from war prisons and policing. The money made by the working people should go to the working people, to housing, education, healthcare, and climate justice. It is our duty to consolidate and fortify the people and coalesce the forces of the left to capture the commitment of the intermediate and build a mass movement against U.S. imperialism. The stances of the two-sided establishment will only move deeper into fascism, it already has, and will never reflect our goals. We will remain steadfast in our commitment to Korean liberation, to the return of Palestine, to the victories of every front fighting imperialism in their homelands. In closing, I want to quote revolutionary George Jackson, murdered by the state in 1971, who wrote, "Settle your quarrels, come together, understand the reality of our situation, understand that fascism is already here, that people are already dying who could be saved, that generations more will live poor, butchered, have lives if you fail to act. Do what must be done, discover your humanity and your love in revolution, pass the torch, live for the people." Korea to the Philippines!
Stop the U.S. war machine.
From Korea to the Philippines!
Stop